As more and more of Guy Ritchie's movies continue to be released, I continually find myself saying, I know, that's right. Hi everybody, it's Charles and welcome back to my channel. Or if you're new here, hi, my name is Charles and yeah, welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to be talking about the new movie, Wrath of Man from Guy Ritchie, which, stars Jason Statham and stars a bunch of other people. Other than Jason Statham, the only other notable people in the cast of this movie are, Josh Harnett, Andy Garcia, Eddie Marsan, and Scott Eastwood, which I'm like, but Scott Eastwood. If you don't know what this movie is about, it's basically about Jason Statham's character trying to find the people who murdered his son during a cast truck robbery. Going into this movie, I had really no expectations. I mean, when it comes to Guy Ritchie, I feel like he's more of a hit or miss director, but lately, his directing has become really good, which is why when this movie was announced and then when it was coming out, I was like, okay, I'll give it a watch. I mean, I didn't really know the plot going in, and I think I only saw one trailer one time of this movie. But other than that, I was like, we're just gonna go blind into this movie and hopefully Guy Ritchie serves, which, he does. I swear, Guy Ritchie is on a roll right now because with The Man from U.N.C.L.E., The Gentleman, and now Wrath of Man, I feel like Guy Ritchie is in a really good place, filmmaker-wise, director-wise, because I feel like his movies are really popping off in a really good way. I'm gonna, ignore King Arthur and Aladdin because those are bad. Those are bad, baby. But those were big studio movies. And, The Man from U.N.C.L.E. and The Gentleman and Wrath of Man, they're very small movies from Miramax. So I'm just like, I feel like, Guy Ritchie operates better when he's doing small movies that are more in his wheelhouse when it comes to, criminal stuff. Anyways, back on track. This movie is amazing. I really did not expect Guy Ritchie to be serving it this hard with this movie, but the storytelling in this movie was amazing, and I love how we got a lot of different perspectives to show how we end up at the end, because, we get to see Jason Statham's character start working at this cast trunk company, but then there's a lot of mystery around him, and then, as the movie goes on, it unfolds who he really is, and then why he's really there. And then we get to be seeing the perspective of the people who killed his son, and I'm just like, wow. Guy Ritchie is really telling a full story and giving all the characters, mostly all the characters, fleshing out. When I look at the cast of this movie, I'm like, wow, what a cast. I mean, everyone from Jason Statham to Andy Garcia to, Josh Harnett does the work. Even the people who aren't really big stars in this movie, they all do the work. But there's only one person, actually, that I would say who doesn't do the work, and that's Scott Eastwood. I mean, my God, Scott Eastwood was not it. He was not in this movie, and I'm just like, baby, why are we still trying to make Scott Eastwood a thing? He got the "and" credit in this movie, and I was like, Guy, that was a misstep. That was a misstep. You should have saved the "and" credit for Andy Garcia, to be honest. Jason does a great job in the movie, but for the most part, I felt like his character was pretty one note, so I liked what he was doing in the movie, but there really wasn't that much of a progression for Jason Statham in this movie, so I was like, you're doing your Jason Statham thing, good for you. But everyone else, I was like, they are also giving kind of one-note performances, but my personal favorite, to be honest, was Josh Harnett because Josh Harnett was looking fine. He's looking fine for being only 42. I'm just like, y'all, Hollywood, bring back Josh Harnett because he's hot. And I was like, ooh. But also in this movie, his character seemed like a real, asshole from the very start of the movie. But I don't know. The movie just showed me that maybe he just has an asshole exterior because, he's more scared. Because as the movie goes on, you're like, oh, he's not this big tough guy that he lets people on to think that he is. So I was just like, if anyone, it's probably Josh Harnett's character that has a lot of growth. Not growth, has more of a range of showings of emotions, There's a whole mystery in this movie being like, ooh, who's the inside person at this company giving information to the people who are attacking these cast trucks and robbing them? And I was like, for the longest time, I was like, who could it be? And after, watching the whole movie, when the end was coming, I was like, okay, who is it? And when my friend leaned over to me in the theater, they were like, so who do you think it is? And I was like, I think it's this person because it just seems so obvious that it has to be this person out of process of elimination. And then a few seconds later in the movie, the person who I thought was it, leaned over to Jason Statham's character and was like, so I gotta tell you a little secret. And I was like, wow, okay, obvious, I thought so. Other than the obvious reveal of who the inside person was in this movie, I found that there were a lot of twists and turns in this movie, and I was not prepared at all. I was like, wow, I didn't see that coming at all. Seriously, this is one of Guy Ritchie's best movies in a long while. This, The Gentleman, and The Man from U.N.C.L.E., as I already said, are 3 movies that came out from him recently that have really shown me that he is a filmmaker who has really stepped up his game with every movie he makes. But also, once again, we're gonna ignore Aladdin and King Arthur because those are horrible flops. I mean, I know Aladdin made over $1 billion, but the Disney machine made that happen. I mean, the live action Aladdin and the live action Lion King are both trash. Let's just say that now. If you don't think so, then good for you, but they are trash. And I'm just like, Guy Ritchie, just stick with making small movies with Miramax that are about some sort of crime thing because that is your genre. And as you keep making more movies in that genre, you just keep getting better and better. Guy Ritchie's next movie is, I believe, a spy movie, and it has a great cast with, Jason Statham, Hugh Grant, Carrie Hughes, and Aubrey Plaza. I'm just like, baby, I am not ready for the next movie he's gonna make. But yeah, Wrath of Man. It is an amazing movie from Guy Ritchie, and I just think that it has such great storytelling, and it has great sequences of action. I mean, I know the action sequences aren't throughout the whole movie, but when there is action, it's used really well. And oh my god, that third act, ooh, the action is great, the story all culminates together, and my god, I was just like, this is perfect, Guy Ritchie. If you haven't seen Wrath of Man yet, I totally recommend that you go see Wrath of Man because, as I've been saying in this video, it is an amazing movie. It's a great movie that deserves to be supported. But you know what? It might just flop because, not a lot of people are ready to go back to the movie theaters, and this is a small movie, so they might just be like, look, I'm not gonna risk going back into a theater for a small movie like this. And I'm just like, it's sad, but I understand if this movie flops, but hopefully it doesn't flop because it's a great movie and it deserves to be supported. I just had to squeeze this in, but Josh Harnett's character is called Boy Sweat, and throughout this whole movie, I was like, baby, sweat on me, bitch. Sweat on me because, ooh, I'm just like, yes, Josh Harnett. Yes, Josh Harnett. If you haven't seen Penny Dreadful, go watch Penny Dreadful because Josh Harnett is just that bitch. Tell me down below in the comments what you guys thought about this movie. As you know, I love this movie, but I would like to hear if you guys love this movie as much as I do. If you like this video, why not go ahead and, subscribe because I talk about movies, I talk about Blu-rays, I do music reactions, and, I do whatever else I want to do on this channel because you know what? It's my channel. So if any of that sounds interesting to you, then, subscribe because you know what? Why not? And also, I have a letterbox, so if you have a letterbox, follow me because I post reviews of movies all the time. So, that's in the link below. Anyways, you guys, thank you for coming to my channel and watching this whole movie review. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video if you're around for that. So, yes. Yep, I'm gonna go now. So, yeah, bye.